Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Hey guys, welcome to the Book Island. Hey guys, welcome to the Book Island. So today I'm going to be doing a mini book haul and my winter wrap-up. So yeah, excuse my hair. I did not have time to straighten it this weekend. But yeah, if you guys were wondering, this is what my hair naturally looks like. So yeah, it's very fluffy and kind of curly. So yeah, that's basically it. And so first up, I wanted to ask you guys if this would be an okay thing for me to ask. I have an idea for content, and because you guys are the ones who are going to watch it, I figured you guys should also have an opinion on what it is. So I wanted to know if you guys wanted me to do monthly favorites videos. So kind of like videos on things other than books that I've enjoyed this month, because I'm sure you guys have noticed by now I don't do monthly wrap-ups for the books I read. I do seasonal wrap-ups just because I don't read enough in a month to have an interesting wrap-up. It would literally be like under a minute and be like, here's this one book I read this month. So I feel like if I have seasonal wrap-ups, you guys get to see more books kind of thing. So I feel like that makes more sense. And if you guys want to see something from me every month, I thought maybe I could do like favorites videos, like what kind of music I like, what kind of TV shows I've been watching, and just other random things that I like I don't know, like skincare products, because to be honest, I don't wear a lot of makeup. I just kind of make sure my skin looks okay instead of putting things to cover up the blemishes. So yeah, of that kind of stuff. And then also like just random things like food that I've been liking and things like that. So yeah, I just thought that I would do that. And if you guys want me to do that, you can put it down in the comments below. And if you guys don't want me to do that, you can also put it in the comments below, and then I'll see like who wants what more kind of thing, and then I'll just do whatever. Yeah, and so also my Bookstagram is going to be linked down below. And if you guys enjoy what you see in these videos, you can feel free to subscribe in the red button that's somewhere underneath the screen. Yes. And so yeah, thanks for coming to my Book Island. Let's get into the video. So I'm going to start off with the mini book haul. So this is kind of, I got these books after my exam period. So yeah, the first book is Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. I have actually already read this book because I'm obsessed with the Lunar Chronicles. And I'm slowly but surely acquiring all the books that Marissa Meyer has written. So yeah, this was a great continuation to Cinder, and you guys are going to hear more about this when I do my wrap-up section. Yeah. So next, I have a book that my friend lent me. She's one of my teammates. She lent me How to Hang a Witch by Adriana Mather. I have not read this yet. I think I could get through it pretty quickly. Obviously, my friend on my team, holy crap, she reads so fast. Like, Emma, you read so fast and I cannot keep up with you. So yeah, but I'm gonna try and read this really soon so I can give it back to her. And yeah, so next thing I got in my haul is the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them original screenplay. I've had my eye on this for such a long time. Oh my goodness, I love Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I think Eddie Redmayne is a great Newt Scamander. I also just think he's a really amazing actor. But yeah, so I just kind of want to read the movie too, because now you can do that with people publishing screenplays, and that's pretty cool. So this next book I am really late on the bandwagon with, and that is the 10th Anniversary City of Bones edition by Cassandra Clare. And I think there's like other people too that are part of this thing. My dad was like, why do you need 2 copies of the same book? And I was like, well, you see, because there are drawings in this, like there's beautiful artwork in this like that. And apparently there's like new edited parts of the book, which is really cool. So that is it for the haul part of this video. I didn't haul a lot of books because, you know, obviously like nobody has enough money to have a big stack of books. Well, I mean, actually a lot of booktubers do, and I applaud you. You know, booktubers, you can go and you can buy your big stack of books if you want, but I can't. So yeah. So now I have the wrap-up part of my video. So first thing I read in winter in December is Wonder Woman Warbringer by Leigh Bardugo. I published my, I put up my video review of this book like in January, so like really late after I read it, but like I had a bunch of other things that I wanted to put up before I put this video up, like my favorite books of the year and like my vlog for Mexico and stuff like that. So yeah, if you go check out my review, you're gonna see a lot more in detail of why I really enjoyed this book and why I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. A lot of like girl power in this book that I really liked, and it was really incredible. So another thing in December that I read is Aurélie Laflamme, Ça déménage. Oh my goodness. I can't even with this book. Like, it's so freaking cute. This entire series, actually, they're up there on my shelf. I loved it. I love it so much because the main character, she reminds me so much of myself. Like, she's very quirky and very a bit like, I don't know, she's kind of just out there and like always like zones out at everything and stuff. She's just really hilarious. Everything about the series is so funny, and French contemporary is better than English contemporary to me. I know that it's like weird to think that the language could have an effect on how I find the genre, but like it just does. Like, I just really prefer contemporary and French because I don't know, I find the jokes are funnier, so like, I don't know. This is just how I feel. So next, I read Cinder on the plane on the way to Mexico. You guys probably saw it in my vlog if you saw it. And yeah, this was such a good book. So it's the beginning of my Luna Chronicles and Marissa Meyer obsession. So I'm just so happy I got to read this book. It's really interesting. I think that like she was really good at writing about the technology in the future, you know, and like New Beijing was really well developed and things like that. And Cinder herself was just an amazing character. She kind of was like another girl power character that I really enjoyed, so that's good that I had her to like look to, like her in Wonder Woman and things like that. It's like really nice. The next book I read was also in Mexico, and it was Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco. Okay, this book, so I had really mixed feelings when I started reading this book. I was like, it's gonna be like every single other Victorian era book. It's gonna be about her and she meets a guy and blah blah blah. It was definitely not about that. Okay, there is romance in this book, but it's definitely not like romance heavy. Like there's like, it's like completely on the back burner, and that's what I was really annoyed with. Like I thought that the romance was gonna be a huge part of this book, and I was just like, that's not why I picked it up. I picked it up because it's called Stalking Jack the Ripper. I want to see her stalking Jack the Ripper, and that's exactly what you got in this book. So if you are hesitant to pick this book up because you think it's gonna be like a bunch of like her being an obsessed girl with this guy and stuff like that, that's not at all what it is. She's completely her own person, and she's really boss, and like it's a really great book. So the next book I read this winter was also in Mexico. It's my first read of 2018, and that is The Orphan Queen by Jodi Meadows. Also a very great book. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars, I'm pretty sure, and I really like Wilhelmina. I really love this book. I'm getting The Mirror King soon, just so I can like finish the duology and completely absorb the amazingness of Jodi Meadows' writing. I know that she put out actually quite a few books, actually, Jodi Meadows. She really has a lot of books out there, but I just haven't read any. So now that I've read one of her books, I'm excited to like go see more of her writing type of thing. So yeah, I'm excited. So the next book I read is a reread for me, and I reread Empire of Storms by Sarah J. Maas. I know it's a long time away until the like last book in the series comes out, but I really like this one. I really like Empire of Storms. The first time I read it, I was like so engrossed with Sarah J. Maas. I was like, oh my god, it's so amazing, it's Sarah J. Maas, and I loved it. But like when I read it again, I kind of saw like, I kind of analyzed it more. I still love it. It's still a 5 out of 5 stars read for me. I'm not going to change my rating, but I definitely see now I definitely see where the people who do not enjoy Sarah's writing and her books are coming from, but I'm just not one of those people. I understand how you could, like, not like Sarah's books, but I love Sarah's books, and I am not going to stop reading her books because her, like, the male love interests in all of her books are just so, like, swoon-worthy, and I'm just, like, can't stop reading, you know? Like, her books are, like, you get so addicted and you just need to keep going, and that's what I love about the books. Like, I can finish Empire of Storms. I actually finished this in 2 days. The first time it took me too long to read it because I was so depressed about what happened. If you guys read Empire of Storms, you know why I would be depressed. And yes, I was very depressed as I was reading the end. Yeah, so I actually love this book a lot. Like, a lot. And the last book that I read in the, like, winter, so I read it last week, I think I finished it, and it's Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. I like this book even more than I like Cinder, which is huge. Like, cause Scarlet, holy crap, I actually prefer her. I think she's like, okay, Sophie, my other friend, like, buddy, don't get mad at me, okay? If you're watching this, don't get mad at me, please. But I like Scarlet better than I like Cinder. I think she's a much, like, more rounded character. I don't know if maybe it's just because she's older and she's more mature, but also I'm, like, 16, so I'm just as unmature as Cinder is, so who knows. But I really like Scarlet. Also, Wolf is my favorite love interest. Like, not Prince Kai, it's Wolf. I actually think that like, Scarlet and Wolf are the cutest little thing I've ever read, and they're just adorable together. And yeah, I think there was a huge twist at the end. I was like, what the heck? I was like, what the heck? But at the same time, like, okay, so I predicted the end, but I was still shocked when it happened, kind of thing. I don't know if that's, like, something that other people do, but I definitely did that. I was like, oh, this is how it's gonna end. But then when it actually happened, I was like, like, whoa! But I still knew it, but I was still, like, shocked, you know? I love when that happens, you know? You think you're gonna be bored because you know what's gonna happen, and then, even though you know it, you just see it unfold, and you're just, like, turning the page, you know? That's me pretending to turn the pages really fast, like that, yes. Okay, yeah, so that's basically the last book I read this winter. So, that is all for this video. I had 2 things in here today, so if you're still watching this after this probably a very long video, which I'm sorry about, you have seen a seasonal wrap-up, so my winter wrap-up, and my mini book haul. That's what, right. I always forget things when I'm about to say them. Sometimes I just have a really big mind blank right in the middle, and then I'm like... Anyway, so I did my winter wrap-up, and my mini book haul happened again. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for coming to my book island, guys. Bye!